Hello and welcome to the CPR Stat Pads and See-Through CPR training. My name is Training Officer Mustafa and I'll be presenting this training today on behalf of the Training Center and Training Chief Whitehead. Again, in this training we're going to go over the use of the training CPR Stat Pads and go over what exactly is See-Through CPR. The objectives of this training are as follows. It's going to be introduction to the equipment, unboxing and setup for both the Zoll E and X monitors, and also understanding the see-through CPR capabilities. This is what the training CPR Stat Pads box looks like. Make sure you use the Stat Pads box marked for training. I think we have enough for each station to have one training box. An email will follow when and how these will be issued out, or if they will need to be signed out from training or from a BC. When you open this box, this is what you're going to see. Basically two packages. One will be the stat pads, which are highlighted in purple. And the second will be the chest compression sensor, which is highlighted above in green. We also have enough rhythm generators, which can produce 4 and 12 lead rhythms. These run on 4 AA batteries. We currently have enough for these for each battalion. And again, an email will follow if these will be signed out from training or issued to each battalion chief. This is the basic mechanical setup for the training with the E-Series monitor. The IKEA type picture to the lower left displays the proper setup per the manufacturer, and the picture to the right is the basic setup with our equipment and the E-Series monitor. This is the basic mechanical setup. It's almost exactly set up the same way as the E-Series monitor. This is the setup for the X-Series monitor. Again, the IKEA picture to the lower left displays the proper setup per the manufacturer. And the picture to the right is the basic setup with our equipment and the X-Series monitor. This is the monitor setup configuration for the E-Series. Once you have all the equipment hooked up properly, what you're going to do is you're going to want to turn on the monitor. You're going to want to switch it to defib, and as you can see, the monitor will or default to the basic CPR feedback dashboard as pointed out. Now, especially for training purposes, we want to maximize all the feedback display capabilities. So we're going to use the Wave 2 button to display all of the displays and feedback that we want so we can get the most out of this equipment in training. So the most important thing is with the E-Series monitor, when you push the W or the Wave 2 button, as I demonstrated, until it displays the generated rhythm, the CPR dashboard, the CPR double dotted lines, and the see-through filter rhythm, which is the purple flat line in the video. At this point, the monitor is ready for CPR training, and as soon as you start compressions, the data feedback will begin to display. Once again, this is what we want the monitor to look like when we're ready to start our training with the E-Series monitor. So for the X-Series monitor, it's basically same thing. We're going to turn it on once you have all the equipment hooked up. Turn on the monitor, switch it to defib. As you can see, the monitor did not default to the basic. The monitor will not default to the basic CPR feedback dashboard. So we need to toggle through, as I'm pointing out in the video, to set up the display that we want for our training. Now again, especially for training purposes, we want to maximize all the feedback display capabilities. So as I'm demonstrating, ensure the monitor is on pads, highlight the pads and hit the enter. And then you just need to scroll down and make sure you hit insert CPR and then repeat the process and insert filter EKG. It is important to hit insert. If you don't do it, it'll replace the currently highlighted item with whatever you're selecting. If done properly, you should have the primary rhythm, which is the top green line, the filter EKG, middle green line, and a dashboard displayed in purple. Once again, at this time, you should be ready for the training, and as soon as you begin compressions, all the data and feedback will be displayed on the monitor. Keep in mind, these are monitors that we use at our training. Your monitors might already default to these settings, or they might be default to a different display that is set up by another shift or another paramedic. So if it's not set up the way you want it, at least now you know how to set up the display properly, at least for training, or in case you want to set it up the way you like. So up to this point, we've discussed the setup of both mechanically and on the monitor, setting up the displays. But now let's quickly talk about see-through CPR. See-through CPR technology basically filters out compression artifact on the EKG monitor, so that you guys or the rescuer, whoever is using it, can see the underlying heart rhythm during CPR. I guess, it really reduces the duration of pauses in compressions. So why is this important? AHA, the recommendation of the 2015 AHA, basically is to minimize CPR interruptions. One of the most common reasons for interruptions is stopping CPR to determine whether we have an organized shockable rhythm has developed. With these Zoll monitors and see-through technology, we don't have to repeatedly stop CPR for a rhythm check. A filtered signal can be displayed on the screen. This technology is going to allow you guys to analyze a patient's heart rhythm while continuous CPR is in progress, and monitor the heart rhythm to determine the appropriate time to analyze or stop CPR to check the EKG. Just make sure Zoll recommends that you guys stop CPR to confirm the rhythm, to make sure you stop CPR to make sure the rhythm is shockable before you actually shock. So this is an example of the two dashboards. They display the numeric reading of depth and rate. The numeric values change colors when outside the AH guidelines. So the depth is basically where it says depth, and the rate is where it says rate, and they'll change colors, like I said. The release indicator, which is the purple rectangle, lets you know whether or not you've come completely off the chest. When the bar is full, you've allowed for full recoil. The perfusion performance indicator, or the PPI, gives you an indication of the detrimental impact of pausing as soon as you stop compressions. The shape will, empty quickly, which simulates rapidly decreasing coronary perfusion pressure, also known as CPP. So that's basically, in the slide, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's inadequate compressions versus good compressions. The next slide, we're going to talk about something else that the CPR dashboard gives us. Above the PPI, you'll see the CPR counter, which counts down 2 minutes. So as soon as you start doing compressions, the timer will start from 2 minutes. So when CPR is paused, the time quickly becomes an idle timer, which you can see on the left. So the CPR time starts, which is great. 2 full minutes have been done. You can progress through your code progressions on whatever you want to do or how you want to do it. And then the idle time is a great thing. It tells you how long the patient hasn't been perfusing. That hasn't been perfusing, or when you need to start doing compressions again, or continue with your progressions. So basically, we talked about everything on the monitor that's going to display. The one thing that we didn't talk about is after compressions begin, we know this is going to automatically display the CPR dashboard. The bars represent each compression. That's what's displayed with the red arrow. The top solid line represents the baseline, which is the white arrow that I have pointed out, and the first dotted line is a blue arrow, which represents 2 inches, and the second green arrow represents 2.4 inches. So those rectangles, each compression is one of those bars, and it's showing you how far you're going with your depth. If you're going 2 inches up to 2.4 inches, or if you're falling before that. All the other things on there that I have pointed out, we already discussed. We talked about the numeric readings of depth and rate, the release indicator, the PPI, the CPR timer, and the filtered rhythm we already discussed. So this is going to be a video using the X series monitor. It's currently in standby, and I want you to watch what happens as I initiate compressions. As I go through this, you can see what happens when I do CPR correctly, to the right depth, rate, and cadence, and then when I do it wrong. You can see all the different things that happen with the displays. You'll even get voice commands. So keep an eye on all the displays, especially the CPR and idle timer. Use these. Use all these. They're a really great training device for CPR. So here we go. As I start the video, I'm going to start compressions in a second. We've got a pretty normal rhythm going right now. We'll just call it PEA. Now I'm going to throw it in VFib. So we throw it in VFib, and now we have CPR starting. The rectangles, I'm still not even hitting 2 inches of depth yet. And as you can see, my rate, I pick it up, slow down. The PPI is starting to decrease. I'm not fully releasing at some points. There was a voice command there to push harder. Now I'm getting good compressions, a good cadence. Both my colors are in green. Now as I slow down, I'm starting to get tired. I've done 1 cycle of CPR and I'm smoked. So I need to switch out with somebody. If you're the medic or the lead on the code, this is time to have that person doing CPR. They need to switch out. This is a new person that's never done CPR before, maybe your new hire. And there we go. There's good CPR, good depth, good rate. The release maybe a little bit too deep almost. PPI is going good. So this is just a great tool to check your CPR, see how it's going, and to orientate your new hires, or if you have people riding along, any students from the college or volunteers. It's a really great tool to work on your CPR. So please make sure you use it. Again, it's a great training device. So I want to thank you for your time and consideration with this training. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact myself or the training department at any time. You can email us at pascocountyfl.net or call out 727-861-3007 or 727-856-5440. That's all I have for you with this training. Have a great shift, stay safe, and God bless.